well, there we go.
Hey,
it's live.
In case you missed that, that's what it was. And if you're watching, you know who you are.
Yeah.
Good evening. It's Boogie with the Bull, Tuesday night live at the Bull. I'm Dave Globin. You're not. And if you want to be, let me know. Send me a message, and I'll probably just send me a message. Tell me you're going to hack my Facebook account, and I'll probably give you the password anyway. Anyway, with me, you see him out on the street holding a megaphone, yelling at cars in traffic. How's Joe Biden treating you now? I hope when you go back and watch the podcast, you see my comment was my mom sent a note saying that I was going to be late. I almost was going to post my mom's in Massachusetts holding a sign outside of her apartment that says Dave's going to be late. If I asked her, she probably would.
Yeah.
She probably would. But anyway, it's let's see, where are we? We're live on the Dave Globin profile, I think. Let me scroll down and find out. Yep, we're live on the Dave Globin profile. So you can. My comment was my mom sent a note saying that I was going to be late. I almost was going to post my mom. Yeah. Shut up, Dave. No one's listening to you anyway. They don't care about what your mom was doing. But anyway, we're live on the Dave Globin profile, where you're more than welcome to come in and comment. And throughout the broadcast, if you want to come on, we'll post the link, and anybody is welcome to join us. Let's see. Jerry Michaels from the American Rebellion was invited, but I don't know if the weather's going to hold out for him. Usually when he has rain, it's decent weather up here. When we have rain, it's decent weather down there, and it's on the way down there. We didn't get any rain today.
We just got a lot of rain. I had to actually stop my live protesting because the storm hit. I almost got rained on, but I got out of there just in time. What's up, Jerry?
No, wait a minute. Yeah. Hey, I did that trick that Jerry does.
Yeah.
I hope I didn't give you a headache, Jim.
Spin everybody around.
But your ticket was for a better seat.
There you go. I love your background, Jerry. It don't get no better than that, man.
It doesn't.
A lot better than mine, just old bedroom. But yours looks awesome.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah. I like your backdrop in your videos.
Except for when
Josh.
Do you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
When Trump was running, I had a Trump 2020 flag. Nope. I did, yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's been
You're gonna get a Trump.
Uh-oh, he's breaking up.
You gonna get a Trump 2024 flag, Jerry?
I think he's froze.
Uh-oh. I hope the weather didn't kick in on him. I really like having him on, but
yeah, he's a good guy.
But well, let's do this. We'll bounce him, and if he can, I know he will come back. I really enjoy having him on. Those of you that don't know, he's the host of the American Rebellion, which is on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. You see me over there. You see, I think you've seen Josh over there a few times. Let's see, everybody's over there. Nikki Young, Daryl Rector, me, Jen Woodruff, Randy Rhodes is there every once in a while, but a whole bunch of people. That's where I got the idea. Okay, Jerry says it's pouring down there, so he might not be able. He probably won't be able to make it back. But I apologize to Facebook Nation, and we will get Jerry on Thursday night.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's pretty bad here too. It's raining pretty good.
I'm gonna have some Boogie with the Bull signs made and ship them to you. Ship them to you, and you can hold them while you're, stand them up wherever you're protesting.
Oh, yeah, I just hit the Dollar Tree, man. I spent about $6, and there you go, about 2 or 3 new signs. So yeah, any suggestions?
I want a big red I want a big blue and white Facebook F with a red slash.
There you go. Yeah.
Let's see.
See how long before they shut that one down.
Actually, I got a meme somewhere that makes a joke of Meta, the company that owns Facebook now.
Yeah.
That compared the name to Metamucil.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, and if anything, Meta shareholders should know that because of what happens on Facebook, you probably can trade 10 shares of stock for one Metamucil.
Yeah, one Metamucil.
One dose of Metamucil for every 10 Facebook shares.
Yeah.
But do people stop and come up to you? I mean, I know you're standing
Oh, yeah.
on the corner and it's traffic,
Yeah.
so cars can't.
They get really close, Dave. I'm not gonna lie. I gotta watch my back all the time. They get really, really close, especially when they're triggered. They'll pull right up to me, and scream and curse. But a lot of people, believe it or not, they'll pull up and they'll roll down their window and they'll say, "Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Thank you." And some people even try to pull up and hand me money, and
Yep.
I'll say, no, I don't want the money. I'm doing this. I want you to stand with me. I'd rather have that than the money. I don't need no money.
Yep.
Money's just money.
Money's just money.
Yeah.
The only thing money's good for is buying the Boogie with the Bull uncensored mug.
Oh, that's cool. Check that out.
It's a truly bipartisan mug owned by a bipolar broadcast, but it's a truly bipartisan mug. If you hold it in your right hand, you can show your support that you're a right-wing nut who watches Boogie with the Bull. If you hold it in your left hand,
then you're a Democrat. There you go. Yeah.
then you're if you hold it in your left hand, you can show the world that you're a left-wing Democrat socialist who watches Boogie with the Bull. If you hold it in your right hand, you can show everybody that you're a conservative patriot or a Republican or whatever it is you call yourself. Unfortunately, we got them from a supplier that with shipping, it costs, I think, $20.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it down.
Yeah.
I found another supplier where we can get them cheaper. I'm still working out on how I'm going to get the vinyl for it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing the money's good for is buying stuff that says.
Yeah, and I'm working towards saving. Right now, I'm going to save to get me one of them GoPros. And I can just strap it straight to my chest, and then that way, wherever I go, you're going to be right there with me. You'll be right there. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you'll damn near be in the car, because I get pretty close to them. So
a sign guy body cam.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Maybe we should talk to GoPro and maybe they'll
release donate one for freedom. There you go.
The sign guy edition GoPro body cam.
Yes, do it for freedom. Do it for freedom.
Do it for freedom.
GoPro, if you see this, get a hold of me. Sign guy. Yeah. I look, Walmart, believe it or not, they're about $400 or $500, man. They're pretty expensive. So
yeah.
I'm going to save a little bit. And maybe with Christmas coming, I can talk my old lady to helping me out with one or something. But I'll eventually get there. I'm saving towards it.
Get over here for a second.
There's a lady. There's one of my followers. I can't remember her name.
Okay. There's a Facebook user that says, "Hello from Pennsylvania."
Oh, okay. Hi, how you doing, Pennsylvania? A lot of fraud over there. There's a lot of fraud going on over here in Pennsylvania.
I don't know who they are. That usually means that they're watching on the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk public group. They're watching on the post there. What they have to do there is, if you watch it there, you usually have to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and then scroll down that page and you give StreamYard permission to show your username and your profile picture when you watch on the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot Talk group. Otherwise, go to the Dave Globin profile and your name should show up, but it's up to you. I don't really care either way. But
let's see here. See if it works here.
it says hello from Pennsylvania. Then next
Yep.
it says doing good, cloudy here today. So I don't know, but there are a lot of Facebook users. The Mega Monster.
Yep, that's me. That's me.
And the Mega Monster says hello. That sounds like an awesome name for a Facebook group. The Mega Monsters.
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Mega Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have one. It's Mega News Nation.
Okay.
And,
I remember that MAGA News Nation.
Mega
Yeah,
News
I'm trying to eventually with YouTube. I'm trying to get more involved, like you said, online, and just getting myself out there, getting the name out there, letting people know what it is I do. And I really do think if enough people see what I do, then maybe some of them will just think to myself, you know what, I can do that. That ain't no big deal.
It's no big deal.
You know, especially if you're young enough, or you're agile enough. You know, it does take a little bit out of you. Hell, I work all day and then usually go right after work for about 2 or 3 hours. So it makes for a long day.
Randy Grease, the Patriot Cowboy. You're out there watching. I see you. Says you're watching. I sent you the link. If you can, come on and join us for a bit. Randy Rhodes, you're welcome to come on and join us for a bit. I'll send you a link as well. Hang on, give me 1 minute here. I'm so forgetful that I usually.
Me too.
I write out who I'm gonna send links to, and then I usually send them, or I forget, or what I'll do is I'll do this, but it makes it hard to read the comments sometimes. Is we'll go in here and we'll put that on the screen. We'll leave it there. We'll go back here and there. So if anyone's watching and they want to join, that's the link to the broadcast. StreamYard.com/8GG2WFPF. Oh, excuse me. StreamYard.com/8GG2WF. I can't read. StreamYard.com/8GG2WFP. It's right there on the screen. Just copy it into your browser and you'll be able to come join us. StreamYard.com/8GG2W5PFA9. There you go. You'll be able to come and join us. Just bashing everything and having a good old time tonight.
Yeah.
There's so much crazy stuff in politics to talk about.
Yeah.
Before I wasn't going to talk about it, but everybody on Facebook is talking about hearing Speaker McCarthy say that he's going to launch an impeachment.
I think they should launch a trial for treason. If you ask me, I would literally charge him with treason.
I don't know if
because they have the bank records, man. They got it all. They got it all.
I don't know if they can. I don't know if they can impeach a president for treason. They probably can. I just don't know. I don't know if they can. Biden's under the impression that because he's a sitting president, he won't be charged while he is president.
Right.
And that's why he wants to run again in 2024. Because he knows that if he's not the president in 2024, he's going to be charged. He's going to end up in a bad place.
Yeah. Well, see, I truly believe the FBI they know everything about the Bidens. They've known it. They've probably been in on it for years. Yep. And who better to be a perfect little puppet than Joe Biden? They probably tell him, you do what we tell you, or you're going to prison. It's that simple.
He's going to take down the Justice Department.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm pro America. I'm pro FBI, pro CIA, pro all that. But they have gotten out of control. Every single one of them letter agencies are out of control. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
I think they got like activists working there that need to be weeded out. They're supposed to be bipartisan. If you break the law, you go to jail. That's it. Either side. Right. And that's not the case. It's either one side, is going to jail for basically nothing. And that's what's scary to me too. Also,
Joe, the sad thing is that if you go to prison, you can't be president.
Yeah.
If Donald Trump loses all of the cases against him right now, he can still be president while he serves his 637 years in prison.
Yep. And pardon himself immediately. I'm sure.
The scary thing, though, is Joe Biden has Secret Service protection for life.
Yep.
So if he goes to prison, his Secret Service team has to go with him.
Yeah. Same with Trump. They went with him. They tried to get Trump alone in the jails, and the Secret Service wouldn't let it happen. They actually went with him in the fingerprint process and the whole work.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's wild. But what scares me is we crossed a line by arresting a president. We've never done that in the history of America. And you can't tell me that damn near every president we've ever had has broken the law. So that's what scares me. We crossed a line to where I think now it's just going to be just like a banana republic. Whoever's in power just arrests the other one. And when they get power, they arrest the other one. And vice versa. And it never ends.
I'm just curious how often
Joe
Biden and Donald Trump meet in the middle of a golf course out in the middle of nowhere, a Trump golf course, and just sit there and have an ice cream social. Or Joe brings ice cream cones and Trump brings McDonald's. Yeah. And they just sit there and they laugh at all of this. Yeah. All of this stuff. Matter of fact, there was a video that Don Marie posted that was Biden and Trump having a conversation, and it was all funny. It was like, why did the president, why does the president, I forget, it was something about why does the president of Mexico I don't know, I forget, it had something to do with tequila, but anyway, it's on my page, you got to go look for it to see it. But it was pretty funny. Oh yeah, Trump says something Biden asks Trump why Batman only wears half a mask.
Oh yeah, so the police can see he's white. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that. That's the AI debate. Basically, they're debating, but it's AI making it up. So yeah, that's fucking hilarious. He's like, why did the Mexican throw his wife off the roof? Tequila. He said, "Oh shit, not another Batman joke."
I wanted to take it and upload it to the broadcast and post it, but then I would, I'm sure. I'm sure whoever made that would probably sue me for violation.
Probably.
They might not. They might actually.
That thing's hilarious. I've watched that whole thing.
Actually, make me a distributor of it.
Yeah, that whole thing's pretty funny. I watched that whole thing, man. It's pretty good. Yep. Them guys going at each other. I don't know. I was gonna say, what scares me too is the dollar. I think they're trying to destroy the dollar. Why? I don't know. What are they going to use next? Is it going to be this digital shit? They'll use that digital thing here in America. So is that what's going to happen overnight?
I still don't understand how the Republican majority House supports anything like that, especially when supposedly they will be able to, you'll be on a credit system. Yeah. Where if you say something or do something, they don't
get out of line. Yeah.
They take your money.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm sure with what I do, they take my money pretty quick with what I do. So.
I'm sure Facebook loves what I do, so they would just take my money.
Yeah.
They should pay me, but they don't.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And then I've been seeing not interview, Joe Biden talking just 2 days ago over there in Alaska. And they actually cut him off while he was talking. He was rambling so long. The news broke in and said, "Okay, guys, that's enough." And he's still talking. They actually cut his mic and everything. That is, I don't know. I think Jill Biden should be ashamed of herself. I almost feel sorry for Joe. I really do. He's obviously mentally just incapable.
Elder abuse. That lady should be spanked with elder abuse.
And they're basically doing it for, to keep power. And that's disgusting, man. Yeah. If they cared about America, they would say, "Okay, guys, this has gotten pretty bad. unfortunately, we'll have to give you Kamala. Maybe we'll get lucky and impeach her for not protecting the border, and then we'll see what happens. I don't know who's next, but
Well, I think
she's not much better. I'll tell you
I
that.
think
She's
the
worse than me.
Democrats don't want Biden impeached because they don't want
Oh,
Kamala to get
right,
a taste of being president because
right.
they will not run her in 2024
No.
against Trump.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. They're scared. They're kind of stuck because they threw her in there being she's black and she's Asian, but they said she's black and she's woman.
She's Haitian.
So you know how they check the boxes. If you check all the boxes, you get the position no matter what. So they're kind of stuck with her.
I'm sorry, and I mean to insult Democrats when I say this, but I'm going to say I don't mean to insult them. Is that Kamala learned politics from Speaker of the Assembly in California, Willie Brown.
Open legs. Yep.
Now
Open legs.
Willie Brown is black.
Yep.
If you stand Willie Brown next to Kamala Harris, and who's standing next to either of her parents, there is no black there.
No.
I'm sorry.
No.
Her father was Haitian, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
And her mom's from somewhere in Asia. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's Haitian. There you
Yes. Go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Haitian, literally Haitian.
The lady, the lady's birth certificate says Oakland, California.
Does it really?
But then again, Biden says something. I'm not Biden.
Yeah,
Obama says somewhere in Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah. And yet, what did he do for Hawaii? You'd think he'd be all over that, helping Hawaii. He's from there. He was born there. You haven't heard one thing from him.
There's something going on because now
something's really going on in Hawaii.
Video of Oprah.
Yep.
And
over there trying to
raise money, and Oprah saying, no, all of that money that we get is going to go to
saving the kids,
to a family, right? To a family that needs to rebuild and save the kids and all that stuff. And then there's another video that's out that said in the last big state of emergency there, Oprah bought 3 times the land that she owns now.
Yep.
And what she will probably do,
buy it all up, and then build it, and then build it
or buy it up and sell it.
And then not only that, remember what the Clintons did to the Haitians, in Haiti, basically robbed them blind. They used a natural disaster to rob them people blind.
I don't understand, and I kept saying it at the time, I don't understand why Donald Trump and all the big-time resort builders in the world didn't go down to Haiti, buy up all the land they could to build
whatever,
build everything they could, gaming, concert venues, whatever, just ultra modernized Haiti.
Yep.
Rebuilt their economy, and then just made it a world-class destination.
Yep. Well, a lot of them kids, just saying, where are all them kids going to go? Kind of like with the border situation. They said there's 25,000 kids right now that are missing. They have no idea where they're at. Yeah. No idea. That's a lot of kids.
Because of
they're probably in sweatshops like Apple and everywhere else working.
Because Mayorkas says, now there's an app you can call, or you can go online and you can schedule when you're going to be arrested.
Yeah, sure. Who's going to do that?
No, there is. But you tell them you tell them when you're coming, and it tells you where to be and what time to be there.
It's so sad.
And then they welcome you in. They give you an American Express black card, an iPhone, an iPad.
Yep. Yeah. Somebody said it was about $2,300 you get. I think every week until you get on your feet. That's a lot of money every week.
And how many of them are ever going to get on their feet?
Never. That's what's scary too. Yesterday I spent the whole day keeping them people in mind that were jumping from towers. Man, I watched it on live TV. I'll never forget that day ever, as long as I live. I was scared. I was 21 years old. I was with my uncle. He handed me a gun. He had a gun. We didn't know if they were going to start coming out of the sky. We didn't know, we were being invaded. We didn't know nothing. So basically what I'm saying is what scares me is with with what 8 million people have entered the United States. We have no idea who these people are.
They shut down.
It's a matter of time, man. It's a matter of time.
They shut down Logan Airport, which is where the Boston flights took off from. It's where the 3 planes took off from. And they kept it closed for about a month that I can remember. Nothing flew in, nothing flew out. They just,
Really?
And then when they finally opened it, they had military with AR-15s backing up the state police and doing most of the security with the TSA.
Yeah.
And another guy who owned a limo business and I were talking, and he saw them walking up, and he said to me, "I'm going to set off that guy." And I said, "Are you a fucking idiot?" And he's like, "No, but I'm just going to set him off, and we'll all laugh." I said, "No." So sure enough, the guy comes walking up, and not bothered with us, was going to walk away, and this guy looks at him, and he said something, and the next thing I know, we are both down on the ground, hands behind our backs, standing on our necks.
Damn.
And they said, "Next time, you'll be dead before you land on the ground."
Wow.
And then I ran into the same military guy a few days later, and he said, "Did I scare you?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, I scared that other guy with you once before, and I knew he was going to try to do something again."
Wow.
I said, "Well, if you see him next to me again, tell me to hit the dirt, and you blow his brains
Yeah,
out."
no shit. Yeah. But yeah, it's a matter of time, man. We've let in so many people that God knows, how many of them want to do harm to America. So,
well, China is saying that they would not have to invade the United States because they have enough of them already here waiting to be told what to do.
yeah. Yep. I'm sure there's tons of sleeper cells in America.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
I'm
sure there are. I'm sure there were sleeper cells that woke up on 9/11. There were sleeper cells that are just sitting here waiting. Even in Ilhan Omar's Minnesota.
Yeah.
I'm sure that is loaded. And that's the sad thing, is that nobody would have to send anybody here because they're already here.
Well, I do know, when it does happen, we got nobody to thank except Joe Biden. I mean, he has failed over and over to protect this nation.
The only thing
Ever.
I can say about it is that when whoever knocks on my door and realizes my mental illness, I just hope they're polite when they put me on the train. And I hope that they're even more polite when they get me to wherever I'm going.
Yeah.
And realize how heartless I am.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame. There's so many Americans that just don't see what's going on, man, and it's a shame. And that's something I'm trying to break into when I'm out there. I just want people to think for a second, even if it's for a second. When you drive by and you hear me telling you something, maybe you'll just stop and say, "Wow, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Maybe I'll look into that."
Yep.
And we live in the information age. Like, we have information at our fingertips all day long, and yet we're the dumbest people on the planet. So,
Randy,
explain that.
you a link. Randy, I sent you a link. If you want to join us, you're more than welcome. But Randy's posted in the live chat on my profile. Do you seriously think those 2 planes were not? I'm missing some words. Do you sincerely think those 2 planes now were to bring down those buildings?
No, I don't.
Help from explosives already inside.
Yeah, I believe that.
On the 2 towers themselves, no, I don't believe it was just the planes and or whether or not it was planes that actually blew them up. Because other people have said they've seen videos,
CGI videos,
that show that show nothing there.
Yep.
then something
Well,
there, then went back to nothing there.
right. Well, not only
And
that building was like
also,
reinforced steel. You can't
right,
tell me a plane is going to slice through
right.
that steel like butter.
A plane can fly that close to the building. I'm
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
So, but also the other side is that evidently some of the conspiracy theory is that the owner of Building 7, the smallest
Yep.
of the three,
Yep.
upped his insurance
Yep.
policy.
Yep. For terrorism. Yep.
Days before
Yep.
this happened.
And they want you to believe that building caught fire from the embers and literally burned down. Come on.
And everybody who's done their inspections of Building 7 says that building imploded from the imploded from the inside in what looked like a controlled demolition and not anything of anything hitting it. Plus, the only reason to destroy Building 7, from what I heard, is that the state of New York, New York City, and some other government agencies had offices in Building 7.
Yeah, and if you remember, the vice president, wasn't he vice president? Al Gore was looking into, he said there was like $4 billion that was missing, and they were going to start looking into where this $4 billion went. And then next thing you know, all the evidence gone that day. And not only that, think of what came from 9/11, all the extra scrutiny on Americans. The Patriot Act was passed, meaning they could spy on anybody they seemed fit to be a terrorist in America. They look what they do at a damn airport. You damn near got to get naked in an airport anymore just to get on a flight. So I think that's really when they started. The evil folks really started their tyranny that day. I really do. I think that's when they started all of it. Now, how they fell, I do. I think there was explosives. If you listen to all the firemen, and my grandfather was a fireman, so I trust them more than I do anybody else. Every one of them scenes I seen, they were talking about how there was multiple explosions going off everywhere. Like just big bangs over and over and over. So, and I'm sure they know what they're talking about. They know explosion when they hear an explosion. So, it's just bad, all bad, and one day, hopefully we'll get the right answers from that day. I don't know if we'll ever, it'd be like a JFK thing. They'll never release the real information on that.
What I would want to know is they flew a plane close enough to the building because people saw something fly close enough to the building.
Or maybe they did even fly into the building, but it was the explosions that finished them off.
But if the planes didn't actually hit the building, and flew off,
then where'd the people go? Yeah, what'd they do with the people?
Where are the people?
Did they just kill them and bury them and call it a day, or?
They paid off the families. There's just too many unanswered questions. And I'm sure if those Democrats that were on the plane came back tomorrow, they wouldn't be voting for Biden in 2024. Yep.
And that's something else I say to people. We were right by a gas station where I was doing my live. $4.20 for gas for the cheap stuff.
In what state?
I was in Iowa. Right, I live in Illinois, right near Davenport, Iowa. Okay. So I drive like literally 5 miles. I'm in Iowa.
Okay.
So I'm on the border. I'm in Illinois and Iowa, mostly Illinois, but both of them suck where I'm at. It's a liberal hellhole. But anyway, I tell people, hey, look at that sign, $4.20. It ain't been that high since like the Obama era. Why would you keep voting these people in? Stop it.
Right.
With Trump, it was $1.89 at its lowest here.
Yep.
That, why did we have to ruin that? So it's frustrating to me. It's like,
Biden shut off the
energy. He cut off all the energy. Yeah.
He shut off the Keystone XL pipeline and made it illegal to drill.
Yep.
In the United States. That was our effing economy.
Yeah.
That's how we made our money. We sold. Trump turned us around from being energy dependent to being energy
Yeah.
efficient on ourselves, and we were selling it lower than.
Yeah, than ever. He said it was almost too low. Like at one point, he said it was getting too low. He didn't want it to get too low. So, I mean, that's the kind of problems I want to have in this country. I don't know Trump personally. It's not like I get to hang out with the guy. I support him because he supports this country, and I know he does. Everything he does, he's got America first in mind. And that's what's wrong with that. What is wrong with putting your country first? Take care of your own house before you start looking at your neighbor's house. And I'm not saying, I don't want to help anybody. I would love to help everybody in the world, but we can't do that. If we don't help ourselves pretty soon, we won't be able to help anybody because we're turning into a third world country.
If 40 countries around the world are laundering all that money through Ukraine,
yeah,
then why are we giving them? The average Ukrainian I hear gets something like $900 a week.
Yeah. Yeah. And, there's a lot of Nazis over there also. So not only that, all these biolabs you keep hearing about. And is that what happened? Hell, I seen a thing.
Supposedly that's why Russia went into Ukraine. They bombed the Biden labs. Yeah.
Now, see, why the hell? Well, because it's illegal to do here. That's why they got to do it elsewhere. But I just seen a thing on Twitter today about if COVID started here in America. And I guess there's some whistleblower that's saying it did. And I was on my 5-minute break at work, so I couldn't really read into it. But
if I understand it correctly, while Dr. Fauci was at the National Institutes of Health in charge of infectious diseases, he had research going.
Gain of function. Yeah.
The government was funding his research and funding some major universities doing research with him.
Yes.
When they found out that they were paying for gain of function research, they shut it off.
Yeah. Now, see, that's what they were saying on Twitter today. It came from some college.
And supposedly Fauci went to China, to Wuhan, and started doing it there.
Yeah.
And supposedly at one point, I think, Obama at one point supposedly gave 30 million tax dollars from the United States.
Yeah. Well, Obama's the one who put in Zelensky. They got rid of the other guy because he wouldn't do the dirty deeds that America wanted. So they got rid of him.
Obama should have got rid of Biden.
Yeah, and see what America
stepped off the plane in the U.S. The marshal should have grabbed him and put him up against the wall, and that was it.
And America's notorious for regime changes. If they don't like who's in office, they will make sure he's gone.
Yep.
And that's what they're trying to do with Russia right now. And I don't know how that's going to work out. I heard North Korea was just there yesterday. Signing some, I guess North Korea is now going to give weapons to Russia. And here on the news, you should hear these people. They're like, oh, if North Korea helps Russia with the weapons, that's going to escalate this war. It's like, hello, we have been escalating the war by giving weapons to Ukraine. So how the hell are you going to say North Korea is bad when we're doing it?
War by Biden leaving $85 billion
worth
of U.S. military technology in Afghanistan.
Yes, which our grandkids will be fighting one day. Yes.
No, I think they will be fighting. We'll be fighting them against the Taliban one day somewhere with that equipment. But I think the Taliban's probably selling. Well, I mean, some of it they'll keep.
Oh yeah, I mean, when you got that much,
some of it they will. I'm sure they have sold.
Yeah, they said they had like over 7 million rifles. I mean, can you imagine 7 million rifles? Jesus, man. Tanks, optics, eye optics, helmets. I mean, there was like a million vehicles.
Yeah. Guns, tanks, Hummers.
Yeah, they said they had a parade like a week after it was over. They're parading up and down the street, killing the people that helped us and, hanging them in public and shit like that.
There's no way that Trump would have done that.
No,
Because Trump had been saying all
no.
along, start getting us out of there,
Yes.
get everybody out of there,
Then get the military out.
then get
Yes.
the military out.
He took the people out before the military, or the
Right.
military before the people.
Right.
I mean, you can't tell me somebody's that stupid. There's no way. That had to be intentional.
Right. And I'm sure there were plenty of Afghans that were working with us over there that are now probably
Dead. Yes.
Dead.
Deceased. Yep.
dead. Whole
Lots of them.
families.
And they
Whole
knew it.
families
That's
that
why they were
dead.
hanging on to the airplanes. People are like, why would you hang on to an airplane? Because they knew they were going to die anyway. That's why.
Yeah.
They knew if they stayed, they were going to be tortured and killed. So why not try to hang on to the airplane? What a way to go, hanging on to an airplane. You know how that, I mean, that had to be just terrible.
Well, it was probably not as bad as what would have happened to
No.
you.
Yeah,
You know,
you're right.
it's like in Libya when they ambushed Chris Stevens,
Yeah.
Ambassador Stevens. You know, I
Yep.
really wish I could look at some of these guys if they're still alive, the Libyan terrorists that did it, and say, now imagine yourself in that same thing at the hands of the United States.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Would you
What do you do?
You know, I mean, I would rather that if someone was going to do that to me in another country, just blow my brains out.
Yeah.
You know,
But see,
once I'm dead, I don't care what you're going
Right.
to do to my body.
Well, see, they were going to torture every one of them to get as much information as they could and, figure out who they were working with, how long they were working with them.
They
And,
all knew.
yeah, they
They
knew.
all knew.
Yeah. And see, Trump had them, it was like, I think 19 months straight. Not one soldier was killed over there. Not one soldier was touched over
Yeah.
there. And he had them down to like 2,500 soldiers. So it's like, what the hell? Did they do that to try to make, because if you remember all the coverage, Donald Trump said to do this. Donald Trump, it's like every time he fails or the Democrats fail or their policies fail, they blame Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I'm so sick of that. It's like, hey, he didn't get to blame Obama for every little thing. Why the hell do you get to blame him? It's like you've been in power now going on 3 years.
Okay.
It's time you take responsibility.
Let me just interrupt for one quick second. Facebook user says, "Take care, gentlemen. I'm glad you were here in the comments. Next time you watch on the post in the Boogie with the Bull True Patriot group, either go to StreamYard.com. I'll if you tell me who you are, I'll send you what you need to do so that when you're watching where you are, I'll know who you are. Or I tell people that you just got to tell me who you are so I know. So that I can address you. Also, Eric Leon Barton, my partner in crime, the admin of Americans for Free Speech, is watching. Danny Campbell, who's watched more Boogie with the Bull broadcast than the Bull himself. And let's see, Randy Grease is watching. I sent Randy a link if he wanted to join. Scott Halsey is watching. William Grant is watching. Dixie Rose of Texas, she's watching. You love them bloopers. Well, we're trying to be funny. Dixie, if you want, I'll send you the link and you can come on. Dixie's a fun.
Yeah, no, I got to chat with her the other day for a second.
She's a fun lady.
Yeah, she is. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cool.
Talk. She and Ramblin' Rick.
And she's a big advocate for
Republican, Save the Children, Trucker family.
Yep.
And
good for them.
Just a nice lady to know. We had them on a week ago.
Yep.
Talking about Save the Children and some trucker stuff going on.
Yep.
But
I believe I think on the 20th this month they gotta go to your state capitol protest. I believe it's on the 20th for the kids.
Yep.
And I'm gonna try to make sure I get to my capital. Springfield's about 2.5 hours away from me, so I'll try though. I mean, not trying. It's worth it. I mean, we need more people to stand up for these kids.
Melinda. Okay, I know who you are, Melinda. Thanks for watching, Melinda. I know who you are now, but I'll send you the what you need to do. You have to go to a StreamYard website that that you agree to give Facebook or StreamYard permission to use your Facebook name on the screen. Otherwise, it just shows up as Facebook user. Let me see something. Okay.
Yeah.
Get back here, and so yeah. But I mean, it's just the BS is never ending, and it's like,
it's always something. It's always something.
In the last couple of weeks, it's been more wake up in the morning, grab my coffee, sit down at my desk, say a prayer before I turn Facebook on because I know something happened overnight. They did something to me or one of my groups, or they came out and punished us all.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope one day it changes here. I really do.
I do too.
Anybody who's watching, if you can see the link, if you're in the Dave Wilden profile and you can see the link, you are more than welcome to come on. Let's see, what time is it?
6:51. 6:51.
Up on 8 o'clock. So yeah, we got about another hour we can do.
Yeah.
And
it seems like every day there's something new. It's like they want us distracted, distract us while they rob us blind and send it all to Ukraine. And then how much of that? Why is it bad to ask where all the $130 billion? Why is it bad if you ask where that money's going? I want to see a receipt. That's a lot of money.
It is.
You can't tell me like what you used it for, where you used it. They say, oh, you're pro-Putin if you ask for a receipt. It's like you can't even ask a question anymore about Ukraine without somebody saying, oh, you love Russia. Like, no, I want to know where $130 billion went.
I want to know where $130 billion of our dirty dollars went.
Yeah, and how much of that gets funneled back to the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You send us $100 billion, and I'll send you $10 billion back to you.
Right, I want to know how much Biden got. People say that King Charles is still the owner of the United States of America, so I want to know how much he got.
Yeah.
And we still actually belong to. Some people say we still actually belong to the crown.
Uh-huh.
So King George paid for both sides of the war.
Did he?
Yeah. He sent over his military, and then he loaned us the money to fight him.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And we're still paying it back, supposedly.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of money being laundered over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a dirty place, one of the most corrupt places in the whole world. Yeah. And, of course, Donald Trump, he calls over there and says, hey, Zelensky, I want to look into all the shit these Bidens have been doing over there in your country. Oh, my God, he gets impeached, over a phone call.
Yeah.
And yet we have all the records and bank statements. And Biden basically looks at the camera and says, well, find the money. Where's the money? He knows there's so many different, shell companies that it'll be years, if ever, before you find it.
Well, they've got enough to prove. I mean, the FBI first said, no, there's no proof. Then they submitted proof. So, I mean, there's enough to impeach him based on some
suspicion,
It may not be everything, but enough to impeach him on on some of it. But the bottom line is, the House has
they don't have the guts.
Majority,
they don't have the guts.
And even if they do impeach him, it has to go to the Senate, and he has to be convicted in the Senate. The Senate is under control. The majority of the Senate is Democrats and rhinos.
Yeah. But at least we'll have the bill sitting there waiting for when somebody does come in there. I believe we're going to win the Senate. I think we're going to win the House. I think we're going to win everything in 24. I really do.
I think we are. I don't know. I want to see Trump return. I want to see Trump continue to do what he was doing. Do I know whether or not Trump will win? No, because I don't know for sure that Trump will get the nomination.
I'm starting to wonder.
There really isn't anybody else.
No.
who deserves the nomination.
Yeah.
There's no Democrat that deserves the
No,
nomination better than Biden, because right now what we need is a president who's been president before.
Yeah. Yeah, we know what he can do. Basically, yeah, like you said, we know what he can do. We've seen it. He's the man for the job. You know, let's get it done. I would like to see him pick. This is going to blow your mind probably, but I'd like to see him pick RFK Jr. and unite the Democrats and Republicans together. And I know he's a Democrat.
I said that early on, and then people kept saying to me, Trump's a Republican.
Yeah.
And he's a Democrat.
But Trump's always been on the fence about what he wants to be.
Well,
so
Trump's a Democrat who became a Republican.
Yeah,
so
basically.
Everybody's either or has been.
Yeah. I just want to see some. I want to see some unity. And you know what's sad? Trump said towards the end of his presidency, he started to have Democrats coming to him and saying, "Hey, let's work with this people or this." He started to see people willing to make deals and compromise.
Yeah.
You know, shit he said you haven't seen in years. Yeah. And then they put an end to all of it with COVID. So, and you got to wonder too with COVID, did they, you know, impeachment 1 failed, impeachment 2 failed, the Russia shit failed, everything failed, and he had one of the best economies we've had in 80 years. So, did they do that on purpose to get rid of Trump, knowing that damn well it would wipe out the economy, and we could use COVID for an emergency, so we get drop boxes, we get mail-in votes, we get all the emergency shit, and get him out.
I think some big wig, either elitist Democrats somewhere, had a meeting before the 2016 election, and they must have had something on Hillary. And it wasn't just the email scandal that didn't go through.
Yep, I heard that. They were going to arrest her. Yeah.
They said, you know what, Barry? We're just not sure she's your girl.
Yep.
So let's just kind of, we're not going to do anything illegal. We're not going to do anything illegal. We're not going to cheat. But
we'll just sit back and see what happened. Well, they thought
we're not going to win.
Right. They thought she had it, you know, in the bag. Right. That's where Hillary fucked up. She thought she won before she started.
I think the big people that make the decisions and program the party kind of let the rank and file Democrats go with that.
Yeah.
That she was going to get it. Then, like I said, at some point near the last minute, they just said,
no,
she's not the right person. We'll take the loss, and we'll let Trump win.
Yeah.
Then that's because I think they whoever they were going to run in 2024, and it wasn't Biden, whoever they were going to run in 2024, in 2020, whoever they were going to run in 2020, that should have been.
Yeah, Biden was almost last place, so he got to South Carolina. So and basically black vote to put him in there.
Harris and him went toe for toe in every debate. They couldn't stand each other.
She basically said, "You're a racist."
Out because she doesn't have the money to run, which was probably after they bought her to be vice president. She dropped out.
Yeah.
Because she knew that she wasn't going to defeat Biden for the nomination.
Well, you remember the whole fake. Oh, I was that girl that you didn't let on the bus, Joe. I was that girl. You're a racist. And then 2 weeks later, sure, I'll be your vice president. It's like, come on, man. You guys can't see through that shit.
Supposedly at that time, buses weren't segregated or schools weren't segregated.
Yeah, people proved it was bullshit.
In Oakland, California at the time.
They proved it was all bullshit. I mean, and you had to know it was bullshit because if it was true, you damn sure wouldn't accept. You wouldn't want to be nowhere near the guy, let alone be his vice president. So,
I mean, whether or not you can prove she with Willie Brown, I don't know.
Yeah, it reminded me of ALC down there at the border with her fake tears in front of the cameras. Oh, they're drinking out of toilets. Oh, they're drinking out. It's like, where are you at now? There's 8 million people coming through that border. Where are you now? You're not down there crying about
crossing that border. And there's places all over the border. Once they get here, they got water, nice nice shade. You know,
Kids being, trafficked, and why aren't you down there crying now? You should be, but it was just a big sham. Nobody was ever drinking out of toilet. Trump kept the kids safe until they found who the hell the parents were.
There are sections, all the sections to complete the Trump wall are built.
Yeah, and now they're being sold or wasted away.
Evidently sitting now there's a section where Biden has started building his wall.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a high chain link fence that if you start to climb it, it'll just fall over.
Yeah,
and there's
it's a joke.
Somewhere off the border, all of the Trump wall sections to finish it are being guarded by these Biden walls. And,
what a joke.
They got $5 billion to build the wall.
And remember they said, that's a lot of money. But yet now, how much do we pay for illegal immigration? It's like $10 billion a year.
I know.
Come on.
I mean,
or no, it's $20 billion a year.
If it wasn't to get cartels in here, if it wasn't to get human trafficking through
new
the
voters,
United States up to Canada,
new voters,
new voters.
Because who the hell is going to vote for? Everything is literally sky high. There's some people that have been kicked out of their home, can't afford their mortgage, can't afford their property taxes, can't afford gas, can't afford food, and yet people flooding the country. And you're going to tell me these people are going to turn around and vote for you again? Yeah. No way.
5-star hotels shutting down in major cities because they're getting more. They get like double a night from the federal government to house illegal aliens.
Yep, it's basically a big money scheme, is all it is. It's always leads back to the money. It's disgusting.
Nice, decent hotels that were homes for homeless veterans running support programs.
I was going to say, as you step over a homeless veteran, to get to that hotel, and God forbid they have any kind of meal that's not cultural appropriate. When I heard that, they're eating 3 cultural appropriate meals a day, I thought, you got to be fucking kidding me. Like, what the hell is going on anymore, man? How about help the vet that's sleeping on the street outside? How about help that guy first?
Who we screwed up by sending somewhere to be a war that we shouldn't.
That he never signed up for. Yeah. Help him. And that's what I mean earlier by saying America first. Help our people first. Help the ones who desperately need it first.
Absolutely.
Then we can help the rest of the world. But if we're no good, how the hell are we going to help anybody else? There's no way. No. And some people can't see that. Some people just want to take care of the whole world. And I get it. They're good people in their heart. But you can't. That's not what countries do. You won't have a country. If you don't have a border, you don't have a country. I mean, how many times has Trump said that? If you don't have a border, you have no country.
Right.
And he said multiple times also, it's not me. They want you. I'm just in their way.
Yep.
And boy, was he not kidding.
Yep.
Oh, I just read today that kid from InfoWars is going to prison now for, I think, 60, 90 days. He wasn't even at the January. Owen Shroyer, the guy who, the journalist for him.
Yeah.
They just sentenced him today to, I think, 90 days in prison, and he wasn't even there. They said he amped up the violence by being on the Alex Jones show. And it's like, really? That's his First Amendment. He should be able to say whatever the hell he wants.
Yep.
So they're appealing it. But, yeah, I just read right before I got on with you that some judge in Washington, D.C., of course, where you're never going to get a fair trial, basically gave him, I think, 90 days. So thankfully it wasn't long, but still. I mean, shit. He's a journalist, for Christ's sake. Like, what do you... It's getting to the point where you can't even use your First Amendment. Then in New Mexico, they're taking your Second Amendment and your First Amendment.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean to me,
he should be arrested.
I even said that the governor, the attorney general, that sheriff,
they should all be arrested. I mean, if you go along with that,
the marshal should have swooped in, arrested all of them, and said, "No, you can't do this.
Yes,
you can't do this.
That's anti-American."
Constitution is the rule of the land, and it doesn't say maybe.
Yes, that's what I say. Yes,
it doesn't say you can take it away whenever you want,
or for an emergency.
It doesn't say you can take it away for 30 days.
Yeah. Well, see, their new thing is emergency. And you know where they got that? They got all that practice from watching all these Democrats for the last 2 years with COVID saying, oh, we're going to issue a mandate. This is an emergency. We're going to lock you down. We're going to do this all in the name of public health. It's for the greater good. And that's where she got all that shit.
What good does me having a gun
do
if I'm locked in my home?
Right, and it's her own liberal policies that are causing the crime.
And her house, the whole time, if there is a new lockdown, her governor's mansion, her governor's residence is going to be patrolled with people that have guns.
With guns, yeah. Right. You know, and like I said, it's her defund the police. It's gun-free zones. All their stupid policies lead to high crime. Right. And so, what do they do to combat the crime that they caused? Let's go against law-abiding citizens and tell them you think a criminal is going to say, "Oh boy, there's an emergency, guys. We got to turn in our weapons." Yeah. No. They're not going to do it. Why the hell?
You look at the school shootings. After all the big ones happened and signs went up and around all the schools in the area, this is a gun-free zone.
Yeah, it's always a gun-free zone.
Yeah. To myself, you ought to just invite.
Yeah.
You ought to just invite all the people that want to shoot up schools.
Yep. Do they know nobody's going to have a weapon?
Lottery and the one who draws the gold ticket.
Yep. Speaking of that, we still haven't got. What's her name's the trans woman that shot up all them Christian kids in Tennessee, I believe it was.
Yep.
They still haven't released her manifesto because I guarantee you it's all anti-Donald Trump, anti-Christian, anti-liberal, hate Christians. So we'll never see that. But boy, if it's somebody that's, a Trump supporter or even a conservative.
No, if it was a Trump supporter.
Oh, God. Yeah.
A Trump supporter, they would have blamed it on her being a Trump supporter.
Yes.
They probably.
Deranged. Yeah, deranged. Yep.
Whether or not they would publish her manifesto, that I don't know. I think it should be published. Yes.
Yeah. I do too.
I guess it should be. It should be published, but it should be published after they've arrested the person,
right?
And they're either waiting for trial or they're
being deceased.
Tried.
Yeah,
they're being tried. No, and they're being tried because that way they should be questioned at their trial about the manifesto.
Yeah,
why did you say this? Why did you do this?
Yeah. And it's just crazy the different sides. It's okay. Like that one kid, they justified that crazy lady who ran over a kid that was 18 years old. He was a Trump supporter, and that liberal ran him down and ran him over, killed him. And here the people on the news were going, well, you kind of wonder if this kid wasn't asking for it, and it's like, really?
No, you kind of wonder if the person who was driving should be driving.
Yeah, no shit. Now if it was backwards and a Trump supporter ran over a liberal, oh my God, it'd be world news
for they got out of the car.
Yeah.
When the police arrived, they would have been dead before they got out of the car.
It's just crazy that people can't see that their narrative. They have a certain narrative on the news, and if it's anything outside that narrative, you'll never see it. But if it fits that narrative, if the colors fit, if the gun fits, you're going to see it all day long, every day. But if it's somebody on their side, you'll never see it. And I find that totally crazy. I find it crazy people can't see through that.
The problem is it's the Democrat spin doctors writing the narratives.
Yeah, it really is.
It's the Democrat media guys writing the manifestos.
Yep, probably. Yeah.
I wish one night I could find like the equivalent for the Democrat members of Facebook to guys like us.
Yeah.
Make a panel on a broadcast because it would be great. I mean, everybody would be yelling at everybody. I'd be turning mics off, turning cameras off. But I mean, just find like
common ground. Try to
here. I'd like to find two Democrat versions of us
and talk about it.
And talk. Come on and just talk about it.
Yeah. And let's see, maybe one of us will learn something. I'm even willing to say, hey, maybe I'll learn something, but you got to be open to it, I say that when I'm out there. Usually a liberal will come up to you, scream, hurl insults at you, and then run away. They have no time for conversation. They have no argument. They have no intelligence most of the time.
Because they're afraid you're going to turn around and pop them one.
Yeah, in my book,
again, I'm afraid if I go off on a Democrat in public, they'll turn around and
pop me. Well, in my view, once you start an argument by calling names, you've already lost the argument. I mean, that just shows right there that you have no argument. But I'm with you. I think, and that's what I want to see. I want to see more people talk to each other. Just because we want different political people at the end of the day, that don't mean we should hate each other.
No.
But at the end of the day, we should both be pro-America, no matter what. And it seems like anymore that the left is not pro-America. It seems like they hate this country, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And that's sad. It used to be at the end of the day, Democrats are Democrats, Republicans are Republicans. But at the end of the day, everybody usually did what was best for America. Yeah. Not no more. And that's scary. That's scary.
It's very scary.
But I think Americans need to talk more. And I think people like you will eventually open the doors for stuff like that.
I hope so.
And, not to get them on here, like you said, not to get them on here and make fun or anything, but get them on here and literally say, hey, things like, why do you want children at drag shows? And just see what they say.
Right.
See. I mean, what goes on in your brain to want a child?
That whole thing to me is more about what the children at Story Hour are learning and is being read by a person who's a drag queen.
Yeah. And what's that? What are we getting out of that?
In the old days, your mom probably dropped you at the library for Story Hour, and it was someone dressed like a clown or something, and they read cool things to you, and they got you interested in reading.
Yeah.
So to me,
they're trying to indoctrinate them. Yeah.
We had a history teacher in high school, Dick Fulcher, who, for different history lessons, he would dress up like Napoleon. He dressed up like Napoleon one day. He dressed up like George Washington one day.
That's cool. That's stuff you'll never forget.
And it made learning. It made learning.
Yeah.
It made learning some history fun.
Yeah, I remember a teacher telling me, reading is adventures. You can go anywhere. You can do anything by reading.
Reading is fundamental.
Yes. And it made, like you said, it made you want to get involved. Made you want to say, okay.
Get involved. But
cool.
But no, you going in dressed like a drag queen.
I don't see what we get out of that.
To a fifth grade, to a 5-year-old kindergarten class.
Yeah.
Talking about things like
gender and shit like that.
Gender and reproduction and doing we all learned we were probably 12, 13 years old when we got the talk in school. And naturally, you're a 12, 13-year-old kid. And
it's even kind of weird then. Yeah.
Right. And she's a 12 or 13-year-old kid. And it sounds kind of weird, but you want to try, but you want to try what you learned. Yeah.
And I think they want they want to normalize it. I think they want these kids to think it's normal before they even get into school.
If they turn the majority of boys into girls, that won't be able to have children.
Yep.
Once it's done.
Yep. There goes the country. Yep.
There it goes. There's no more.
And not only that, once we pansy down,
will take us over.
Yep, and once we pansy down all the men in this country, if we are ever invaded, who's going to fight for this country? A bunch of trannies? I doubt it.
Yep.
And there's so many people who hate this country. They'd probably say, "Just take it. We don't want to fight for this. It's a racist country. You can have it."
And AI technology is a lot of fun. It really is. Talking to AIs can be really entertaining, and I wish that I would get one of the AI companies to allow me to have an AI on as a guest and just have a conversation for 2 hours with them.
That'd be cool.
You
could look into that, see if they'll let that happen. That'd be cool.
I asked one day. I did ask one day, who's Dave Globin, and they actually said he's a guy on Facebook. I said, do you know what he does, and they said usually it's political. I said, is a conservative patriot political? They said yes. I said, have you ever watched? And they said yes. And I know that's bullshit, but you know. Then I asked another one who said, I'm an author. I wrote a book, but they couldn't tell me. They couldn't tell me the name of the book.
Yeah. Yeah. Bullshit.
I asked him who Mark Zuckerberg was. I've asked all of them that I've ever had the chance who Mark Zuckerberg is, and they all know that he's the owner of Facebook.
Yeah. If you don't, I mean, then yeah, that's bullshit too.
You know. But,
yeah, it's a crazy world, man.
It is a crazy world, and it's only going to get crazier.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got? What's
do some praying.
Right.
Yeah. I'm going to get off here, Dave.
I gotta off here.
Yeah, I gotta eat, man. I gotta eat and get ready for bed. I still gotta shower. I haven't done shit, man.
You're gonna be live posting signs somewhere tomorrow?
Probably. Yeah, probably. Okay. I need to start. That's something else. I need to start scheduling my lives. So I think more people will tune in if I schedule them. You know.
I mean, do you have? I assume you have to have a job, or you have to be.
Yes, I work. I get up. That's what I said. I get up at 4 a.m. I work till about 3, and then I get off work at 3, and usually go do my thing till about 5:30, and drive back home, take a shower, eat dinner, and right back to bed and do it
again. Go hold the signs and go back to work
and do it all over again. Yep. Makes for a long day, but I think it's worth it, man. I really do.
Long day, but yeah, it is.
I think it's worth it, and I think if anything, it's gonna make people, like I said, it's gonna make them think, even if it's for a second, like, wow, this guy's willing to stand outside with signs and yell at me. So
and he wants to wear a GoPro body cam.
Yes, GoPro. Hit me up.
So if you want to help sign Guy Man out. Contact him, and he'll tell you where to send.
Yeah, I'm trying to get better equipment. If anybody's out there listening, I'm trying to get better equipment. I'm going to save up for it, and if I get it in between, then even better. But any kind of donations will strictly be used for getting better equipment. I'll even bring the receipts. There was one lady.
Bring the receipts too.
Yes. One lady gave me, I can't remember her name, and I should be ashamed of myself.
When he's done using the stuff, if he ever buys new stuff, he'll give that stuff back.
There you go. Yeah, I donated somebody or something. Yeah. Yep. But one lady gave me $20, and I did. She goes, you don't have to show me the receipt, but I went to Walmart, and I got that tripod, and I showed her the receipt. She sent it to me. I think it was Cash App. Yeah. And it was just really nice of her. So I thought I owed it to her to show her that I was really serious about getting better equipment. So, you know. Even if I have to do it with just a regular phone, I mean, I'll get it done until I get saved up. So when I get something on my mind, man, I never let it go until I get it accomplished. So it's a goal of mine, man.
Maybe one day Facebook will have to pay us for our broadcast.
There you go. Pay us for all our time. They
told me once 50,000 people have watched 3.6 hours of Boogie with the Bull broadcast, or 180,000 hours have been watched, they will start paying me. And then I responded to Facebook going, well, that's probably never going to happen. And they said, what do you mean? And I said, because I go live Tuesday, Thursday for 2 hours, and I'm lucky if I get 30 people watching while I'm live. It seems that by Wednesday afternoon, it's up to 100 have watched it. And then I get another 30 watching on Thursday. So I'm never going to hit 50,000 people watching.
Well, you never know. Maybe one day.
I gave up getting any monetization off of YouTube. You only have to get 1,000 people who watch 4 hours or 4,000 hours of being watched, and then you get pennies from YouTube. But it takes 1 million years to get 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah. Well, maybe one day we'll come across the right person who knows everybody, and we'll get there. Who knows? Who knows, man?
All right. Well, my wife just walked back in.
Hey, I appreciate you, man.
I'm ugly with the lights on, which is why the lights are off.
Oh, that's all right. I had a good time. Anytime you want to chat again, man, send me a link.
Come back Thursday.
All right. We'll do.
Okay.
All right. Later, Dave.
All right, Mike. All right, thank you. Sign Guy Man, you see him on Facebook doing his daily sign protests in the Davenport, Iowa area. So look for him and watch and show your support. And like you said, he's trying to raise the money to get a GoPro camera. You all know they hang around your neck like a body cam does, and that will help him a lot more. And if you are interested in helping him, you know how to contact him on Facebook. So please do. Anyway, I'm Dave Williams. This is the portion of the program where I say you've been watching Boogie with the Bull Tuesday Night Live, a copyrighted presentation of the No Budget Broadcasting Company. We own everything associated to the broadcast, including any copyright violations that we do. And if you're a copyright owner and you're looking for responsible digital rights management, contact the very nice people over at Viral DRM-Mike Smith. ViralDRM.com is their website, and the company is Viral DRM-Mike Smith. And they manage digital rights for copyright owners, and they do a fantastic job. You heard me talk about them earlier, but if you're looking for a digital rights management person, then or company to take care of your copyrighted creations, they're the people to talk to. Then talk to me, and I'll suggest other people. But for now, talk to them. Anyway, I want to thank our overlords at Facebook for letting the nice people at StreamYard beam us to the evil empire. And while you're on Facebook, please be a member of our groups. The private groups are American Regulators, Conservative Freedom Defenders, Red Patriots for America, the Hardcore Conservatives group, which has been around for about 14 years in different forms on Facebook. So it's been around for a while. The open groups, the public groups, Boogie with the Bull, True Patriot Talk is a public group. MAGA News Nation is a public group. The United Media Group Uncensored is one of our favorite public groups. And you see me all around a bunch of other groups. And over the weekend, a few groups lost me as an admin and member of their groups because their philosophies are different than mine. And, it's great when a group invites you in to be an admin. You're not even a member of the group, and they invite you into the group to be an admin, and you do what they tell you to do, and they appear to be happy, and then all of a sudden they change what they want. They change what they want to do. So I apologize to a few groups over the weekend that lost me as an admin, and a few other groups that lost me as a member. I am who I am, and that's all I can be. So that's what we do. Anyway, Tuesdays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern here on Facebook and YouTube. Thursday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern here on Facebook and on the Boogie with the Bull YouTube channel. Every once in a while, a rare Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Boogie broadcast happens now and then. And you can sometimes catch us on the American Rebellion, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. That's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. And Jerry Michaels, who is the host, would have been with us today, but he's in central southern Florida. And if the rains are bad down there, his internet gets choppy and not effective. So we'll try to get him back with us on Thursday night. Tomorrow night's Wednesday, so I'll try to be on the American Rebellion for a bit, and we'll have a lot of fun. Like I said, today I really didn't want to talk about or just focus on all the politics. We did, but we did it in a humorous, sarcastic, entertaining way, I think. And I am serious where I said in the broadcast I'd like to find the exact opposite of Sign Guy Man and I to join us, two of them, to join us on a broadcast, on a Boogie with the Bull broadcast, and just have have a conversation. I'm sure it would be very sarcastic and comical and highly entertaining, and you may learn something. We may learn something. So if there are two of you out there that want to do it, by all means, let me know. And you can even become a regular part of the Boogie with the Bull Tuesday and Thursday family, because we're open to everybody. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, even if it's wrong. That's what one of my grandfathers taught me. And, social media is great because it gives everybody an opportunity to speak for themselves, how they feel they want to say something, although it's not enforced fairly on Facebook. We know that. And that's why Facebook is no longer the only place the Boogie with the Bull is on. A Boogie with the Bull group is on Gab. A Boogie with the Bull group is on MeWe. A Boogie with the Bull group is on Truth Social. Just got launched the other day. A Boogie with the Bull group is on Streetlock. A Boogie with the Bull group is on American Patriot Social Network. Type in American Patriot Social Network into your browser and it should find it. And go over there. They've been around 17, 18 years, have like 20,000 members, and they do very well. So get over there. And if there is some place that we are not, that you think we should be, let me know. We will be on Rumble. It's just going to continue to be a bit of, we just can't support everything. Just cannot support everything. Barely support ourselves on the income that we make. So if people really want to see us over on Rumble, it's not very expensive for us to be there. It's about $10 a month, I believe. So it's like $120 a year. And if people want to be part of that effort, then we would form some Boogie with the Bull benefactors. And for your portion of helping us be on Rumble, we will make you a sponsor of the broadcast, even allow you on the broadcast and allow you to talk about whatever you want to talk about when you're on. That would replace YouTube, because every time I turn around on YouTube, they're spanking me for a broadcast that talks about something that they don't want us to talk about, or that we gave misinformation, which is the truth. Don't ever get me started on the DHS and the disinformation, misinformation crisis that Facebook is embroiled in up to their earballs. And as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing they can do short of completely changing Facebook and making me CEO of Facebook in 2024 that will ever make sure there's any chance of Facebook returning to how it was when I joined. When I joined in 2009, it was great. You could be in any group you wanted. Nobody was all over everybody. They weren't restricting everybody for even just logging on to Facebook. I mean, I have days I log on to Facebook and boom, there's 3 days worth of restrictions just for logging on. I go look at my support inbox to try to figure out what the restrictions were, where they came from. Boom, there's 3 more days. So I'm assuming eventually I will start getting 30 days of no Facebook, 60 days of no Facebook, 90 days of no Facebook. And like I said, we're off Facebook now, so there's other places that we can be. And they might silence me on Facebook, but they can't silence me everywhere else. And worse comes to worse, I'm crazy enough at this point that if we had to, we'd just call up GoDaddy and give them $15 a month for a website and just see what we could do. And I'm sure a lot of people on Facebook that are unhappy would probably come and join that website too. It would be free. But anyway, I'm Dave Goldman. You're not. This wraps up Thursday Night Live. Today's Boogie with the Bull. Also, Boogie with the Bull morning caffeine is coming back. It'll either be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7:30 a.m. or Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 10 a.m. I haven't figured it out yet. Either way, you saw it. You've seen the beautiful meme for the broadcast that was done by our our chief admin. Oh, the light's on and it's flickering. Nope. Well, it's going to. We have to replace one of the bulbs. That's why I just go in the dark. It's a lot easier than doing it and dealing with the flickering. Although it is kind of cool. So maybe we'll just leave the light on. It usually stops after a minute, and then it doesn't. But anyway, I'm Dave Goldman. You're not. But like I said, Boogie with a Bull morning caffeine is coming back 7:30 on some mornings, or maybe 10 o'clock. Haven't yet decided yet. It may be Monday, Wednesday, Friday because we do Tuesday and Thursday evenings. I don't know. May not. Might not be anything. Hopefully, they may take my internet away from me, take my Facebook away from me because I spend too much time on Facebook anyway. Anyway, it's rumbling outside. It's getting bad outside. It's bad already down in Central Florida. It's raining pretty heavy. So Jerry had to not be with us tonight. And it's been sounding off and on like it's coming up this way or going to start this way anytime soon. So, hey, say a prayer. Do what you got to do. Say what you got to do. Post what you got to post on Facebook. And if it ever gets too much and too crazy the way they treat you on Facebook, go someplace else. Gab, MeWe, Streetlock, Truth Social, American Patriot, Social Network. There's so many other places. There really are. And everybody has other places they go to besides Facebook because you've been listening to me for 14 years anyway, telling you don't make Facebook the beginning and the end of your social media experience. They shouldn't be. They don't deserve it. Anyway, I'm going to bed. We're going to finish my evening beverage, which was Powerade Fruit Punch tonight. Anyway, Double B's actually, there's Double B's from Victory. This Boogie with the Bull broadcast has come to an end. Double B's from Victor, it's going to come to an end. And hey, if you see Dave moving around Facebook, tell me he needs a shave and a haircut. And maybe some teeth. Good night. No.